Gary, a big 3 points and a big win over our local rivals.
Yeah, I think we owed that to the fans tonight and the club, because the last two performances have been disappointing, but that was back to the performance we got against Linfield. High energy, front two were excellent, midfield four played some really good football tonight as well, and the back four tonight, we told them to get back to basics and just defend, and they've done that. Portadown at one chance all 90 minutes, and that was what we want. We need to defend well, we need to defend better, and we have been. And to be fair, the chances that we created tonight was a credit to the boys. First half of us coming in is going to be one of these weeks again, because we created a lot of good chances and we hadn't taken them, but thankfully we got that goal just before half time. Doyler's header at the back post, and he showed character, because he made a mistake obviously for their goal. Showed great character, got on the end of it, and then the second half obviously went out and Fitzy got himself a couple of goals, and it was superb. It was. And then he got on a self-assist as well. But everybody, the man, if you look at the performance, hard to single anybody out, because the two front men were excellent, caused their defenders problems all for 90 minutes. Two wide men, I thought Peter Campbell's shift that he put in, he made a tackle near the end of the game. When a lot of people couldn't have got back there, but he did, and the energy levels that he showed today was superb, and his quality today was brilliant as well. Andy Hall again come in after being out, with his knee, and again, I put a great shift down the right hand side, and with the midfield too, I thought they controlled it. They bossed the middle of the field today, and as I said, back four were solid. Kelvin, excellent. Singy backed himself tonight again, and obviously Doyler and Morty just defended and done what we want defenders to do. And I say, Craig, we can't even comment on Craig tonight because he didn't have much to do or take the ball out of the net. He just sort of stood and admired the rest of the game, which is good, and that's credit to the boys. And again, it's a great win, and hopefully that repays the fans for the last two disappointing performances.
As you say, Gary, earlier on, half time, we could have been coming in. It could have been 4-1 at half time. Never mind at half time instead of full time.
Yeah, we had missed a lot of good chances in the first half, but thankfully the boys showed a bit of character and didn't let it get them. I was worried, and thankfully they come out and they were positive. And Fitzy missed an easy chance in the first half, 3-1-1, so did Danny. But other people could have went hiding, but they didn't, and Fitzy ended up scoring two and setting up one.
You also had one ruled out for offside as well, which looked very tight.
Yeah, it looked tight, but I think when we look back at it at half time, I think it maybe just was just about. But at the time, it didn't look it. But certainly when we looked it back, I think he maybe just was a half yard offside.
I suppose now a bit of a break now until the next game. Over a week now, so. What do we do now?
That's good. It's good in a way because, as I say, there's players carrying knocks and injuries. There's players been playing a lot of football recently. The boys were getting the game against Anna on Saturday here, and that'll be for the boys that haven't been playing, the likes of Callum Burney's and Lee McNulty's and George Doyle's, and the boys from the south that maybe haven't got as much game time as the rest of them. So it'll be a good workout for the boys on Saturday. Get 90 minutes in them, because we'll need everybody in this push from now to end this season to try and get a European playoff place. So the rest of the boys that have been flogged to death over the last 10-11 weeks, they'll get the weekend off and be back in Tuesday night ready to go again.
Ballymena have won tonight as well, but it's all still in our hands.
Listen, as I keep saying to the boys, it's if we keep winning our games, it doesn't matter what Ballymena do, but we have to make sure we do that. They're all going to be difficult games. There's not going to be any easy ones, and if you look at the fixtures and the results in previous games, we've struggled against these teams. So, but tonight, thankfully, we'll come out and put in a good performance, and hopefully we can take the confidence from that and go out and see that when you play like that and you play the energy levels that we played with tonight, there is quality there, and if you get the energy levels right and the pressing game right, then we're a match for any team.